Hey, what's up guys? It's day 42 and this is a beautiful view of my dad's pretty much backyard. And I don't know if you can see back there, but like right there is the outline to my dad's teepee, which is super cool. Anyways, today is about clarity, and that's what I was working on. I was working on my 12-month plan as far as like goals that I want to achieve, and also working that backwards into my 9-month, 6-month, 3-month benchmarkers, and then I'll kind of dive into what needs to happen monthly and weekly as it gets down to what today is. And it's something I've been taking my time doing, and I encourage anybody else to really take the time to do it, even if it's just for the month, like really getting clear on like what you want to do. Some people are so good at this, and I admire those people. This is something that I, in the past, like if I wrote a list, it doesn't matter. Like writing a list, people always tell me, Lizzie, just write a list, write a list. And I'm like, that doesn't matter, because will I look at the list? No. And even if I look at the list, I've always been such a person of freedom. Like I just want my freedom to do what I want when I want. So I rebel against myself. Like, how silly is this? I literally will write a list and I'm like, this is what's going to get done today. And then I look at the list and I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing that. And then I go and do something else. And the thing that's good that I have to at least cheer myself on for is I always continue moving, and I do listen to my body if I need to chill out, if I need to take a break. I listen to myself. And so my intuition, in a sense, kind of coaches me and guides me. But there's a lot of times too where I've definitely been in my comfort zone, where I have kept it safe and do the things that I know work without really pushing myself to like the next thing. So I'm working on pushing myself even more and stepping outside of how I've identified myself as far as, not liking structure, not liking, the norm. These are all reasons why I've been an independent contractor my entire adult life, and why honestly, it's like I can't have a job. I can't have anyone telling me what to do, because I need to do whatever I'm feeling in that moment. And that's fine. It's great to be a little free bird. Yet at the same time too, for certain things that I want to create in my life, there's a realness where I'm like, okay, no, there's certain things that we want to achieve. We need to make sure that we're actually doing them. And when we're not, let's like look at that and be like, okay, well, what is it? Is it self-sabotage? Like blah, blah, blah. There's a million other things it could be. That's when I kind of like go into coaching stuff. But anyways, going back to clarity, it really is about me making it fun, because it always has to be fun. I say that all the time. Making it fun for me, where it's like, okay, these are the things that I want to do. It is me that's creating it. I have all the freedom to do it however I want. And I'm going to make this the best that I can. And when something doesn't work, or if I'm not using this structure or this pathway, or I'm shifting and dodging, like I go in and I recreate it some other way. So that's where clarity is just so important. And that's why for me, I have to constantly go back and like relook at my goals. And a lot of the times, yes, we do it at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. But really, this is something that I do it like all day, every day. Like I'm constantly thinking, okay, where am I going? Where am I going? And Stephen Covey, who I absolutely love, he wrote the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He was actually my dad's professor at BYU. He wrote that book, and number 2 is begin with the end in mind. It's actually the one habit that really has stuck with me. I probably couldn't even tell you all the other habits right now, but that one always stuck with me. Hello, bug. And it's because I just kind of like had a paradigm shift when I learned it. And it's like, oh, duh. If you look at how somebody builds a building, like you start with a blueprint first, you know what the building is going to look like, and then you go to work. You have to build a nice, strong, firm base, and then you build up, right? We're not putting the chimney on first and then trying to build a house. Same thing with like a car. Like when you get in your car, you usually know where you're going to go, even if the intention is just for a joyride. But if we literally get in and we don't know where we're going, well, Lord knows where we're going to end up. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be a bad ride. It still could be very adventurous. It probably could be one of the best rides of your life. So, whatever. But at the end of the day, when we really know where we're going, we have that clarity, we have a vision, we work backwards, it's going to benefit us so much more. So that's really what I've been working on today. I wanted to bring that to the table on day 42, and hopefully that can add some value to somebody. And if anybody wants more details on how I do it, holler. Like I would be more than happy to explain it. And I'm constantly playing with new ways. So if anybody wants to share how they do things, I love that as well. I love a bullet journal. I also have been using 3-ring binder. This is kind of how I see it going in the future, where I write things out and I just put it in a 3-ring binder, because sometimes I like to move things. And when it's in my bullet journal, it's like either in the front or the back, and for some reason I want it to be in a chronological order. So I might kind of go back to old school, literally like school folder, and this is like my school of life. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that right now. I'll keep sharing more on it. But yeah, play with your creativity, play with your clarity. And that's really what it is. Get creative with your clarity and think about what is it that I want. And sometimes the clarity can be the challenging part. So one question I like to always ask my clients is, if I'm a genie and you could have whatever you want, boom, go, tell me. And just think of it limitless. Why not? It's not going to hurt you to think about it limitlessly, right? So just kind of play with it. Again, see what's there for you, and then go for it. Why not? All right. Bye, guys. Clarity, day 42.